Okay, gonna do some funky stuff today. Let me just get everything set up. Alright, this is gonna be red-white Reanimator. I think we'll start with, and then we'll move to the zombie list afterwards. So just getting ready for tomorrow. We're gonna do a little bruise day, so. I think we'll start with Reanimator. I think it sounds more fun to me right now. Not totally sure how the 75 should look. Kind of curious to mess around with the numbers here. Ugin, I think, is just worthwhile for like mono green and stuff, and some stuff that Aurelia can't push through. Kind of hard to hard cast compared to Aurelia, but still got some good stuff going on. And here we go. Jump right into it. This might be a quick 003 kind of stream, but we'll see. Hand looks good to start with. They reveal Giganta. Start with Foundry Tapped. Could be Heroic. Could be Black-Red Sack, Blue-Red Prowess. A few things could be. Even some of these jumbos. It does look like Heroic here, though. Maybe this isn't a great hand once I saw Giganta, but I think just having things to play is pretty good. I'm actually going to discard a... hitting that land makes you think I don't? Yeah, we'll do it this way. I was going to discard a Fable, but I think with that extra land there, it's not really needed to. Yeah, I don't know about this list. I think that having all these mid-range, cool mid-range cards with an actual like I win button is pretty neat. I've been wanting to mess around with Invoke Justice for a bit, and this feels like the best shell for it, but we'll see. I mean, there's really not a format outside of, not really a archetype in this format other than Greasefang, so. Okay, you're gonna open it with double creature. This can't attack here now. So that's pretty good. I'm gonna start with the Fable. I think I just sit back. I'll probably double block if the opportunity arrives to, but we'll see. If they attack with both, you could also cross block or each block where they can't they have to have 2 target spells, but I'm gonna pull up this list again a bit so I can actually familiarize myself with it. I like Hushbringer. It's a little awkward now that I'm on 4 Epic Gear. This card has been very impressive in the one league I already did test with it, just because it's actually like an instant speed 3 damage to things for things like Greasefang. I hate seeing Homestead. Didn't really want them to be able to target 2 things with 1 card here, but I still think I block here and save the damage. No attack. Okay, so they just have nothing. And they're going to hold up God's Willing here? That's a little weird. It's a very non-aggressive line. I wonder if they just have multiple God's Willings or something. They're just playing the flow with creatures. I also don't agree with targeting this over the Illuminator. Okay, I'm going to discard both of these 2 lands. I don't think either of these are useful here. We hit Aurelia. Okay. So if I attack now, we can maybe Aurelia next turn. I think that I'm going to Fable and Pyre. But I am going to get this free attack in here. I wonder if I'm supposed to kill this here. If they block instead. (4/4). That's only like, what's the same damage as this targeting once, right? And they already have the target for it. I think it's fine to let this die. And I am just gonna deal 3 damage to this now. If I happen to draw Invoke, I will discard the Aurelia. Otherwise, I think I'm okay holding it to cast it. Kinda awkward. This is already one of the reasons I wanted to be on this kind of deck over Greasefang, though. Like, this is a lot of interaction for a deck like Red White Heroic, which you don't necessarily have if you're playing like Abs and Greasefang. Your interaction just kind of dumping things. That's pretty bad for me. Hopefully I can still get this block off, but it's also not going to be tapped when they hit with Homestead Courage, so here he's not going to have to exile it. Okay, it's Flashback, Homestead Courage. Maybe it will be able to. We'll absolutely block here to save 5 damage. I'm also going to have the Fable to block for Nahiri if I need to. This looks like God's Willing is being held up still, though. Or maybe Sajiri Shelter. Now that we lost the Fable token, I think discarding Aurelia makes sense. And if we hit like a land, Invoke Injustice or something, we're still okay. If we don't hit the land, I'm going to still do this though. Can't really avoid this protection spell, so I think we just have to kind of walk into it. Give them the scry if they have it. They do have it. Okay, so let's see if they send them both towards Nahiri, or I have potential to save her here. It's especially nice having Nahiri with the Stromkirk in hand, but a little awkward here. Put the card on the bottom. Still a lot of good draws coming up. Both to Nahiri. Okay, we'll let Nahiri die here. Them taking a turn off to kill her feels pretty good. I think this means another protection spell to not call Giganta. I'm going to actually copy this Stromkirk. Maybe try to hit a Portable Hole or something. Hit another Nahiri, okay. Now we have a pretty good turn for Aurelia if we get a land. I might not block here. This is 9 damage. Save Invigorator Rampage, that's +4, +2, it's 6, so 15. I will take this. Okay, they must just have nothing here. That's a really fast there. Okay, Fable's not great, but not bad. I'm gonna copy this again. We're gonna start with that. And I'm actually gonna swing with both here. 2 cards off the top seems pretty good. Okay, hit Plains and Fiery Temper. Interesting. I don't think I can cast that Fiery Temper. But I will have blockers, except if they have a protection spell. Protection spell brings you to 1 right now, so obviously we're trying to dodge that, but they do play land tapped. I'm guessing that's their draw for turn. Okay, I'm going to use this and just throw this in front. Okay. Feeling pretty safe with that just 1 attack there. Still no Giganta to hand. Okay. We have the land for Aurelia, the mana for Aurelia. I'm actually going to keep this because this lets me get a copy. Yeah, so I think this is good. So we're going to play the Aurelia. We're going to copy the Goblin token at first. Okay, that's a win there. Wow. They kind of blanked out there at the end, but okay, I definitely want my Rending Volleys and Redicat Melee and Bone Crusher Giants. I definitely want the Portable Holes, which I just realized are not main deck in this version of the deck, so I gotta keep that in mind. Don't need Hushbringer. Archon's interesting. I don't know if we're gonna keep it in. Definitely keep all of this. I'm gonna not keep Ugin. Well, they're not gonna run Grave Hate. I guess Ugin's pretty safe to play off the Invoke Justice. Definitely will never have time to hardcast it though. Not sure about that one. I think Voldaren is a little loose here. And I know it chump blocks, but it doesn't actually trade with anything. Stromkirks are definitely not great. I'm actually not going to play the Archons here. I don't really have ways to grow it like I do in the regular red-white midrange. I also think I cut one of the slow lands on the draw, so we're going to cut the castle. Yeah, I think Ugin's a little dirtly. I think I want all 3 Nahiri's just as removal spells. Can maybe cut 1 temper. What does 3 damage hit specifically? Actually, I guess I should keep these in just in case they have they play the Arcanist. So this is just a whole buttload of removal. I think I'm okay with that. We'll just cut one of these. I think this is a pretty good setup. I guess we can play like a red-white removal spells until we can hopefully resolve Invoke Justice hitting something. I wonder if they just forgot about Giganta, because I'm not playing it. It's kind of weird. This is like so good if we have red mana. I'm going to keep this. A little bit loose. I think it's worth it though. I think we're gonna have a few looks, and this will cycle and block. So, like, we shouldn't need one this draw step. Even though obviously, like, drawing down to the Bugbear would be nice here to play the Voldaren on curve. Okay, we do get the red land. Do we start with Volley because they mulliganed? I'm going to, I think. Well, I'm not going to actually, because I'm gonna have this plus the Fiery Temper if they play another creature, and I kind of need to save this for like the double striker guy, whose name I always forget, the Connive guy, the Illuminator, whatever it is, Virtuoso. Okay, we use the 10th Street. I think I will just cycle this Fiery Temper here to kill that. That seems pretty good to me. We do see Aurelia also though. I kind of want that in the graveyard, but I don't think it matters too much yet. Gonna blast this off here. True red cat melee, okay. Pretty good. I'm going to not attack here. I'm gonna be a little safe just in case. I don't think I'll block if they just swing with 1, but if they do some crazy shit pre-combat, definitely have this little safety valve. I don't think the 1 damage is gonna matter here. Okay, another 10th Street. I'm not going to say the 2 damage here either. I actually don't know which of these is better here. Red Cat's better against Arcanist, Running Volley is better against some other stuff. I wish I had 2 red mana here. So maybe I'm supposed to start with Rafine to dump this Aurelia, and we'll see what I draw. Okay, the red land's good. I'm going to actually melee this here, because I know that their Volley will have another target. This time I will attack here. Okay, they missed their 3rd land drop, so if they hit it now, it's off the top of their deck. There it is. Still having 2 removal cards in our hand is pretty good here. Yeah, I think I'll definitely block here. This might not be enough to kill this. It's actually a little alarming, but take 3 here, because maybe I need to trick them into doing something pre-combat. Okay, double Running Volley is good. If they have 2 spells, this is bad. Kind of awkward. I'm going to actually just hold up here. I think I need this dead. I'll probably start with Homestead though, so we're going to be in the same position as we are, except with them having 1 more card. But we can also block, so maybe it's okay. So this will be, oh no, because it's going to be, can't block, it's going to prevent damage on it. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I should have thought about that more. Maybe Fables will play there. Okay, they're going to Reckless Rage here, so this is just, like, best case scenario for me. I can kill the Informant, but... And they don't actually cast anything else here. Wow, okay. Interesting. So now we're in great shape. Now we have well, they're going to concede, so now we're in best shape. But we had 2-piece removal and Fable there. It's pretty good. All right, not bad. We used the Reanimator plan 0 times. Didn't draw a single Invoke Injustice, but Invoke Justice, rather. Card is sick art. Yeah, I don't know. It's actually pretty cool. I don't know how this is supposed to end up. I'm not even sure about this Ugin. Like, maybe I'm supposed to be on, like, 4 Ugin, just make that the main recur, but... I really like just bringing something back and then just putting counters on Stromkirk. It's totally fine. Like, bringing back Nahiri. The last version of this was much more of closer to my normal red-white mid-range, where it's, has Nahiri and Chandra and all that, but... Playing against fluffy bottoms. I'm going to keep this just because I have so many cyclers. Like being able to cycle through my hand seems pretty good right now. Gotta remember to always play my pathways on white when I'm able to, just for the Invoke Injustice, but... Okay, now I want to see. What are you going to do? Interesting. I think I'm going to just play this and then attack. And we'll cycle end a turn. Kind of cool. Those heads, little Medusa heads. It's Thalia. Okay, so it's green-white. It's not going to be mono or anything. I'm going to cycle one of these here. Fiend's Informant, sure. Do I kill this Cathartic just to get more damage in? I guess Igandra's pretty good for that too. I think I'm going to wait on the Igandra and start with this. Only because I think Igandra is better against something like Adeline, because it's actually 4 damage where it matters. I don't know if that's a little loose though. Since this is going to be 2 mana after that's dead, maybe this is better for like mana efficiency. Okay, they go Skoo, so this is just straight up green-white. I think I played against this opponent earlier. This is terrible to have main deck against me. It's just bad news. Okay, let's try to get him with Igandra, I guess. It's going to be a 3-3, but... And then if they don't block, we'll just play Rafines and see what we draw. Yeah, they do block. So we're going to snag him here. Showing the Invoke Justice here is pretty bad too, because now they know to hold their Skoozes. I'm going to play this in white, and I'm probably going to cycle the Rafine's Informant. Maybe I'll hold this, actually. Okay, so this is Coco for sure. So it's good for Coco. I think I'm actually going to cycle this, because even if I hit land, I think Invoke Injusticing the Informant's fine. If we don't hit land, I'm not going to attack. I'm going to play this and just pass. Definitely want them to miss on another Skooz, though. Which is not something I'm used to saying in, in Pioneer. Okay, Archon's not scary. Talent Striker can be. Definitely can be scary. I guess as these games go wider. This Skyclave, I wonder if they hit. Okay, so this still gives me the 5 mana for Invoke. Doesn't let me discard anything. Ooh. Do I force this here? They literally can't cast spell, but this is a 4-3. Is this worth trading this for? I think it is. I think just getting this off the tables feels pretty good. I believe they're on Luminarch Aspirant also. Okay. So what does that mean? We can make this into a 3-3 for us and swing. And kill the Archon. Or just play Fable. I think I'm just going to play Fable and pass. It's a little more efficient. If we do hit Aurelia, discarding it's going to be good. They're going to pop their Clue. Okay. Okay, they've not missed land drops though. Ronus is their card for turn, and they have the ability to pump it. And they're gonna pump it, it looks like. Okay. So Ronus can no longer block if I attack. They have Archon here. Fiery Temper, good draw. Okay, so we're gonna discard just the Temper to kill the Archon. Man, I love Madness. I love this card. This has just been so much fun to mess around with. Okay, we're going to, I guess, start with Raffine's Informant. In case we hit another thing. Perfect. Okay, so now we're going to swing. And I'm gonna Pyre that. Awesome. This like lined up like just amazingly for us. Even if we don't get this Invoke Justice off, if they happen to like play Scoos and eat Aurelia, like this is just. It's also target's player, so it doesn't blank the spell, but this is just like the perfect mid-range grind setup here. Interesting that they played Shock for that. This is essentially a 3-drop and a 2-drop. Okay, it's gonna be Skyclave. Still Skyclave in the Fable, showing a lot of respect to Fable. I have no idea what the Shock was for then. Green-white instant speed. I need this to actually go off. I'm gonna assume with everything. I don't know if I'm supposed to wait for Invoke Justice or just do it post-combat. Man, definitely waiting now, I think. We still have like a lot here to address. Like, that voice token's obviously good, but I don't think it's better than my board. If they don't hit Scoos, I'm gonna Invoke Justice Aurelia and win. Pretty neat so far. Okay, Heart's Desire. I wonder if that was in their hand last time. Why wouldn't they play it though? Maybe they just didn't realize that Sky. Yeah, they must have just not realized that Skyclave. They had to double white or something. I don't know. I'll just take 5 here. I don't think it's a big deal. I just have a relay to the air. Yeah. This is what we call the GG. Cool. Really cool showings for this list so far. I'm just gonna put it all in here. If I'm missing something and it dies somehow, it's fine. Man, that was actually really cool. This has been a cool little experiment to start with. Okay. So I definitely want Rending Volleys. I don't think Red Cavalier's not worth it. Bone Crusher I love. Bone Crusher just usually just kills 2 creatures because you get to shock something and then bring it back in. Hushbringer's amazing. Portable Hole I'm going to keep bring in just because Scoos is super important to kill. I don't think Thalia is that big a deal against this Gus. Like, it makes this cost 6 if it sticks around, but in general, like, Portable Hole is really good for that. So what am I cutting? So the second time in a row we're bringing in a bunch of removal. Let me decide what to cut. I don't think Stromkirk's good here. Even though this can be kind of a grindy matchup, I don't think this is like where I want him. I'm going to cut Ugin again. I weirdly am more likely to keep Ugin in against this matchup than Red White Heroic. I think with the Hushbringers, I need to cut some amount of my own ETP triggers. So let's just cut 2 of each and see how it goes. I guess Epicure is pretty bad. I've been cutting these already a lot in the creature matchup, so maybe I just don't want them. I feel like cutting the Madness Shell is going to be what usually happens, though. Maybe sometimes I'll just cut Reanimator entirely if I think there are a bunch of Rest in Pieces and stuff. I actually don't have an answer for Rest in Peace, do I? That is a huge oversight in this deck building. I could definitely win through one. Oh, I guess Nahiri. Nahiri can exile it. It's pretty good. Yeah, I think I want to keep in everything else, so we're going to run it like this for now. Maybe you can trim Aurelia's matchups, but I don't know which ones I want that in. I'm going to keep this in the back of Pyre Temper. No Mana Dork turn 1. I guess if I treat Gondor as a spell, it's just 3 removal spells? Okay. Hit the Invoke, so if we do end up using Pyre or Draw a Fable or something to discard, we do have a way to pull it in. Okay, it's going to be just straight voice. I don't think I want to kill this. I think we're just gonna wait. Yeah, I guess we'll just wait here. It's a little awkward. And Ronus, okay. I like the Ronus. Hushbringer is interesting. So if they pump this, this is already 9 attacking. It's pretty bad. I guess I just have to take 9 though. I don't think there's an easy way to go about this. I'm just gonna play the Hushbringer. Hopefully they have a handful of Skyclaves or something. It's just great henge, okay. Interesting. This does stop the Ronus attack, but it's gonna give them some life, so. Fiend's Informant, I think I'm gonna start with that. I don't actually have the... Oh, it doesn't do anything. Right. I was gonna say I don't actually have the what's it called? Wow, that was a mistake on my part. I wonder if I kill this. It's gonna be a 2/2 anyway. Guess I'll wait. And I'll block if I need to. I'll just swing this one. I don't think there's any world in which this blocks this next turn, so. If they both attack, I'll probably just block this. They gain their 2 life. Play another voice, sure. And Archon, okay. Do I block here? I feel like I have to, but I guess I just ignore the 2/2s for now. So they have 1 card in hand now. Still didn't draw our goodies. A little awkward. I can actually discard a land and then next turn invoke just something and just make this big. Maybe this is the way I should be trying to win this game, just a big ass Hushbringer. Kind of want to Gondra next turn, but that involves me pyring now and not cycling. I don't know is correct. I guess it could be. I guess I'll start with that. And then just have a Gondro and just play it this way. I think this is okay. So in this next turn, we'll try to clean up these voice tokens. This isn't Amaranth. Thank you for the sub, Omen Wand. That's actually really funny. I actually just rewatched that whole IBW losing his bet to sub. Okay, let's block both here. These tokens could be scary. Also, if this dies, I actually bring that back with Invoke Justice, which isn't bad. What's happening here? They're gonna make that trample? Sure. If you're gonna do that, you definitely should have attacked with the Ronus, I think. This is Coco? Oh, Scoos, that's terrible. That's the worst news of all time. Yeah, it's real bad. Okay, we have Fable. I think I actually have to shock kill that on stack of the trigger. That's real bad. Gonna attack here. If they wait on this, I'm just pretty screwed. I just need them to go for it right now. This could be bad. Just use it right now. You know you want to. They don't. Yeah, this is bad. So they do it again. So I still can use this, have it the trigger fizzle, and then pump up Hushbringer, but I don't think that's like a good path to victory. I do think this has to just block here too. I guess I could just draw Aurelia. That's Dahlia, sure. Okay, Nahiri is really good, I think. Yeah. So I can go 1-2, kill this, and then that. Yeah, we'll do that. It is tough to face down. I don't think we're gonna beat it fairly though, so I think we might be okay. The chances of us actually beating this in like a fair game is low, but with being able to actually fight through this Invoke Justice and kill this, I can also just kill Great Henge here. I think this is the play still though. I had to keep this back to not die to Lair. Okay, they're gonna eat some stuff. Yeah, Nahiri's awesome. I think I just have to like get anything in the graveyard to bring back. If they kill it, if I have to block this, like if they go Lair and animate, and I just block this, I'll just bring this back as a 5/6. I don't even care. It does open them up to be able to do things like Skyclave, but maybe they just go for the Nahiri. It looks like that's kind of what they're doing. Given this trample. Again, not doing it pre-combat to attack with this is crazy to me. Do I just force them to pump? I think I just don't care, right? Although, like we said, that brings back my... Here's what I'll do. I'm going to let it die. We're going to bring back Nahiri and buff this. Because this is any permanent. And then Nahiri will kill Great Henge. Oh, unless they have another Scoos. Motherfucker. To still force them to use it? That's so annoying. Okay, what's our play now? This having Death Touch makes it so I can't even block that cleanly. Wow, that's painful. I can still wait. I can still just try to wait on it and just try to Fable to draw an answer to Scoos again. It's so mana inefficient either way, right? This is going to animate for... This can be a, what, 5/5? I think I just have to invoke Justice here. Man. It was almost sweet. I just have to max this out and just not attack. Damn, man. That was so close to, like, just awesome. Alright, it's okay. We still have, like, 6 mana if we actually just draw Aurelia. We're in great shape. Rending Volley gives us a little insulation, although everything we're seeing is green. This is already stopping Skyclave a little bit, and more green shit come our way. Okay. This has to only target other things, right? Yeah, can't give itself trample. Okay. So they can give Scoos trample. They really can only attack with Rona's here, though. And once Fable's online, I can just start pooping out Hushbringer copies. We might be okay. Kind of need a cleaner response to Lovestruck Beast, but... Voice of Resurgence, okay. Well, can't Rending Volley that. Don't love that either. I wonder if I'm supposed to just Rending Volley this now. Actually, if I Rending Volley this, he just can't attack with the Lovestruck Beast, right? That's not bad. Yeah, that's not bad at all. They're playing off the top of their deck now. Why didn't that draw a card? Oh, Hushbringer's shutting off Henge. I didn't even put that together. Wow, okay. So let's see what this looks like. Oh, it's a 1/1. Right. Opponent's smarter than I am. Gotcha. Okay, so we're going to create a copy of this. That's going to block here. And we have to do this and trade. Which turns Henge back on, because they're going to pump it. But we'll gain 5 in the meantime. I think that's fine. I think this is the best we can do, really. I don't really think it's fine, but... Okay, Hushbringer now out of the equation. We're gonna have 2 draws here if the first one's bad off this Fable. What am I even hoping for? Aurelia specifically? Okay. That's Aurelia. So let's cast her. We're gonna get a free Goblin Shaman token attack, so we'll take it. Do I want them to have the option to trade with this one? Guess not. I don't even know how good this is really. But I do get to block with like my fake Goblin token here, and Aurelia should be able to stonewall something. Depending on how they block here though, maybe we'll copy again. They have so much life off this henge, man. They're gonna take their voice token, which I think is correct, because then they can actually like use this Ronus when they pump up the lair. We still need to draw pretty hot, but now we're only like 1 turn away from Fable combo, so I'm gonna have to chump block with both Goblin Shaman tokens here, I believe. Maybe they can present a way that I have to block with Fable, but we'll see. Also, more cards is just more draw. More creatures is more card draw for them now that Henge is back online. They got this out pretty quickly with Ronus, man. What does that turn into? 4 mana? 9 - 5? Yeah. It's pretty interesting curve to go Ronus into Henge. They're just gonna attack with everything, so we're gonna have to do this. This just turns into a 4/4 if they animate or they have 2 pumps. Maybe I'm dead here. Maybe our math was bad. So if I block here and here, they animate for 1/2, so it's a 1/1, and then they have 2 pumps. So this is a 4/4. Yeah, I think I'm just dead actually. I think our math was bad. I guess I just block here and force them to do it, but then that's a 4/4. They can pump here, so this is 2. So they just need to get this to 9, which you can do with 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6. Maybe I'm not dead, but we're not in good shape either. This actually can't be pumped, right? Am I supposed to do something like this? No. No, I need to live. Yeah, I guess I do this. I think I'm dead here. But okay, give the trample, it's 4 damage. You give this trample and animate. That's 4 plus 2. So go to 1. They're just gonna pump this again, okay. Okay, Aurelia's gonna live, or I'm dead here. Yeah, I am dead. Okay. I was right the first time. Interesting. Fiery Temper, yeah, that henge was hard to fight through. I feel like I drew pretty well too, just that other Skoos again. The second Skoos is pretty rough. Alright, what do we want here? What do we want different? These felt real bad when I had Hushbringer out, but I'm only in 2 Hushbringers. I wonder like how much of this I'm supposed to shave. Volley felt kind of bad for the green features. Maybe I don't want those. Kind of want Stromkirk in again too. I feel like that was kind of nice to block. Let's take the volleys out. Let's not go super removal heavy, but then we'll just keep the whole package in and hope to just beat Skoos fairly. Can't keep that. Can't keep this. It's close. I don't know. I'm pretty sure they're on the elves, but I haven't actually seen it yet. Oh, here we go. Here's one. I will hold that for sure. I like drawing Nahiri here. That's pretty good. I'm gonna go Fable. We have a nice little curve if we don't draw any more action. Is this voice? It is voice, okay. Okay, we'll play Fable. If this lives, I wonder if I'm supposed to discard Nahiri and then bring it back with Justice after combat. It's gonna be Skyclave, so maybe Fable's just gonna die anyway. Bone Crusher, pretty good. I'll attack with Goblin Shaman, because I don't care which way they block. If they block with Voice, I'll just let it happen. Kill the Skyclave. They do block with Voice, it's fine. Yeah, we're still gonna kill the Skyclave here. Feels pretty good. Obviously they could have like some crazy Coco here, but like we have 4 mana with a 4-drop and a 5-drop in hand. They're both super relevant, so does look like Coco. Luminarch, okay. Double Luminarch, this becomes a 5/5. Would I trade if they attack? I'd basically just be trading Bone Crusher, right? Because I can't kill both. They're not gonna attack. Fiery Temper. Just cast that. Call it a day. Maybe I should attack first. I'll attack. Kind of needs tap to kill it Nahiri. That's like the least scary thing to see. This Archon? Or Skyclave maybe? Love Struck Beast, sure. It is a big elemental token. Another Temper, okay. I'm gonna exile that, and then if Nahiri lives somehow, we will plus and Fiery Temper the Luminarch. I'm gonna have that gets through here though. I guess another Skyclave just to snipe this or Nahiri. I think it lands off the top. Here's the Beast. Maybe another 3-drop. Adding it to the token, okay. So let's get rid of this Fiery Temper, kill the Luminarch. And we hit Invoke Justice. So what's another Invoke Justice? I don't think that does anything, but I guess it could. Yeah, I guess I might even chump block with Bone Crusher just to have a target for this. They just shocked, so I guess this is a big layer coming in. So they're going to commit to Nahiri here. Let's see what they actually attack with. Do I not have March in this list at all for manlands? Pretty soft to manlands in general. I don't know, there's a lot of work to be done on this list, but so far Chorus felt pretty fun. Okay, 1/5/5. 1/5/5. So what I can do is chump block both, exile this on my turn, and then invoke Justice back the Bone Crusher. It's a little weird to block like suboptimally here, but I think this just makes Invoke Justice like incredible here. And there's the Aurelia, which I guess is better just to plus, right? Oh, it's lethal. Yeah, it's just incredible. Oh, that's right. We just win the game. My bad. Yeah, pretty good. It's a pretty good one, gotta say. So far, this deck's felt like it's just 12 damage there. Oh no, it's not 12. It's 14. Because 4 counters. Yeah, it's just 14 damage there. Sweet. All right, nice 2-0 to start with. Doing some wild stuff today. Feeling some wacky stuff. This is awesome. I like having fun with a list that's like nowhere close to done. Like you could feel as you play it how like suboptimal it is, but like there's a bunch of core pieces that are really good and cool. LF SATA. Yeah, we'll keep this. We have the combo, we have great 2-drop into 3-drop. Lands are a little awkward here, but not too awkward, really. Don't need red 1-drops or anything coming in here. Put them all against the 6. And we're on the play, so everything feels pretty good here. What does the blue Invoke do? What is that card called? If anyone knows, let me know, because this one has felt really good here. The black one's played a decent bit. The green one I've lost to constantly this week in Standard. The make 2 4/5 tramples that are hard to interact with. Okay, we're against Spirits. It's probably a bad matchup just because this is gonna, like, Shacklegeist and stuff is just so hard to actually fight through. I'm just gonna slam this and discard it right off the bat. Not get cute with it. Drawing Pyre is nice. I think it's unlikely we don't play Fable next turn, but there's always some weird curious obsession thing that can happen. Especially on this little motherfucker. Spectral Sailor. I fucking love this card, man. This card, I so slept in this card. This has enabled this whole madness archetype for me. It's just been so great for me. That was even before I started to try and develop little things like this. Okay, right to Phantom. I don't think I Pyre that right now. Maybe I should be, but... Okay, I'm gonna play Vantage. I think I just attack. I have the ability to maybe resolve Evoke Despair next turn, which I think is kind of worth everything else, because this is only beatable for them if they have Shacklegeist or just go super wide. Yeah, we'll do Fable. I'll probably discard the second Fable and this Vantage almost no matter what I draw. Maybe I don't discard the Vantage if I whiff on land. It's just this being a tap land is so bad. Hit third land. Can't really play around much here. Rattle Chains and Shacklegeist and Spell Pierce are all things that are just probably gonna beat me. Maybe this just isn't on their radar though for game 1. This looks like Shacklegeist to me, the fact that nothing happened here. Okay, so now I'm definitely discarding this Vantage. I am going to discard the second Fable as well. Okay, we have Fiery Temper. I'm supposed to do this first. I'm just going to enter combat. We'll see what happens. Very weird to me that they didn't actually cast anything and didn't Shackle Chains. Sure. I don't think I just slam this Invoke. I think I just wait now. I can discard Pyre and Temper to Pyre if I need to. Do nothing. Okay. Play 4th land. I will try to get them to fight over all this during their turn, and then hopefully we can still do some Aurelia stuff on our turn. I kind of need to kill this Shacklegeist also. Okay, interesting. Alright, so let's start with 3 damage to Shackle. I think I'm gonna Pyre discard Temper. They play Rattle Chains. I'm just gonna deal 3 damage to this actually. I need to have the land for this Aurelia. Aurelia is also going to give me more mana off this Invoke Justice here. So them being tapped out for this Invoke Justice, I think is game winning. Unless they have another Shacklegeist in hand, but it's going to be pretty close to it. And they're going to be forced to block some shit. Which I think is really good here. Sundown Pass, so we don't have to get rid of the treasure yet either. Again, like the core deck just feels really good. Like we just did a bunch of fair red-white mid-range shit, and then also we had this crazy Invoke Justice Aurelia synergy. For like, this isn't draft 1, this is technically draft 2, but for what it is, this has been like really crazy. Crazy tight. Do I put all 4 counters on Aurelia, or is that a little too much? Maybe I want to make this Shaman token a 3/3, so it's a little harder to block and kill. I guess I just want to... This has to be blocked right now if I make it this much, so we'll just attack everything. This might be lethal on board, actually. I'm going to have 3 mana for Temper. So not on board, but with Temper. I have to kill Shaman right now and also block Aurelia at least once. So block here, I guess? I don't know, seems like a pretty good position to be in. I also have Caves. Alright, cool. Sweet game 1 win against Spirits. Gonna bring in the Reanimators. Gonna bring in Hushbringer again, Portable Hole again. I feel like I'm bringing the same stuff this league. Epicure, I think, is bad here. Fiend's Informant is at least some sort of clock to race them. Epicure just does nothing. Strongperk, I also don't really like too much. I think I'll probably trim one of the Fiends. And then all the Strongperks. So let's see what this looks like. Ugin's like just game winning if it resolves here, right? If Invoke Justice gets through to it. Maybe that's just bad. I don't know. I feel like I know it's like we're playing the same kind of matchup, so I keep making the same decisions, and I feel like maybe Ugin's bad. I keep taking it out, but I'm really taking it out against these dumb little creature matchups. So maybe one Strongperk's okay. It is if you can get it out like on curve or like off the first Fable trigger, it's actually pretty reasonable in this matchup, but every other situation is bad. Do you have Hearse? Do I have an answer to Hearse? Just Portable Hole? I think I want more Portable Holes in this deck. I don't know how much I'm supposed to care about the Grave Hate, because like the deck is still super relevant without it. Like it can still just like cycle these to other things and then play Aurelia and like just do normal stuff, but I guess I should just have things like Portable Hole that answer Rest in Peace and Hearse anyway. I don't know. Go Blank is extra good against me now. I know it's always pretty decent against the red-white deck, but I'm gonna look up the blue Invoke card. Because now I've seen almost all of them played. I've seen black, white, blue. The red one I think sucks because it has to be specifically sorceries. Oh no, the Cocoa one has to be sorcery. So this is instant or sorcery. So it's pretty cool. This being an instant that lets you play sorceries instant speed is pretty cool actually. Invoke the wins. Okay, sorcery speed. This is just not a good rate. To be blue and just steal something, that's not a good rate at all. It's like way worse than like all the other control magic variants. Confiscate and all that. Okay, I had to mulligan this, even though it's got a bunch of good cards to the matchup. No lands. Interesting. I'm going to get rid of one of the Nahiris. I'm actually going to keep the Aurelia in case we get a chance to discard it or something. I don't think second Nahiri does much. These Pyres are going to have to do a lot of heavy lifting here, though. Probably just as burn spells. Okay, open a Mausoleum Wanderer. Another Aurelia is a travesty to draw. We don't really have good draws here. It's a pretty rough shape, actually. Because even drawing land doesn't seem great, but like we definitely need to draw lands. So they're going to protect this Supreme Phantom as well. still take a Pyre on my turn, just force him to sacrifice it. I can't really afford to get blown out by battle change or something. Okay, Den's okay. Because we're going to need to get to this Nahiri. Yeah, I don't know, it's going to be a tough one. Like, we had to get to this Nahiri in like a reasonable time frame, but we also kind of need to draw more action, so maybe we just need them to kind of turtle out a little bit. If we can resolve a Fable here and dump both his Aurelias, that can get us in pretty good shape too. Depending on what they do though, even that might be a little too slow. If they go like wander another Phantom here or something, like just the clock's just too fast for us. Okay, Curious Obsession is terrible. Terrible for us. Now I really need, I might actually need to draw like Portable Hole or something. Slip it past the Spell Pierce? I don't know. I don't know if I have anything that kills this right now for 2 mana. Rending Volley? Maybe Rending Volley can do it? If they don't have Rattle Chains? Okay, we didn't get either, but we do have Nahiri next turn. This just being a fucking 1 mana divination for them is pretty brutal for us. Getting a one-minded. Maybe I end a turn Cathartic to dump these? If they don't have a target to kill it, just try to get them to bite a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. Faceless Haven is going to be a real problem too if it actually can turn on here. Drawing 2 cards here would be pretty nice. What the fuck is that? Counter target spell that targets you, protection from red. Sure. There are definitely scarier things than that could happen. I guess it's pretty good with your obsession, but... And Rending Volley. I'm gonna Rending Volley this now, in case it is Rattle Chain specifically. And then I can Nahiri it on our turn. Which is still not a great spot to be, because Nahiri dies immediately, but Nahiri's gonna die to this Faceless Haven anyway. It is Either Gust. It's kind of hard. I guess I just top it. And just hold the Nahiri for another turn. Kind of weird. But it means they definitely don't have Rattle Chains. I can still draw Invoke Despair or something if that's their best response to that. I guess maybe they have actual other counterspells. I'm not gonna F6 here just so I can bluff something, but... Wanderer's not that bad. I can't actually Nahiri that either, can I? Obsession, brutal. Nahiri can at least kill the Obsession. I don't know if that's worth it, but... Maybe it is. I feel like this is just gonna win the game if I don't do something about it, right? So... Oh, I actually can't cast Invoke Justice with this, I just realized. Maybe I don't want the Sokens in this list. Having this many, I think it's only 2 right now, but even just 2 red, mono red sources is probably not great. I don't think they run any Force Spike effects, so I will start with Nahiri. Showdown Pass, sure. Hopefully this resolves. If not, I might just be in concede mode. Although I guess I could still have the Invoke top deck. Maybe I'm supposed to draw here, actually. Do I just want to give this in? Do I want to run the card? I think I'll just take this. Not my favorite use of Nahiri, but a little 4 mana sorcery speed disenchant. Okay. They must have just drawn that because I don't see why you would either guess over Rattle Chains for Supreme Phantom. I guess they had 2 draws off that trigger, so. Yeah, not in great shape here. We actually need to, if we draw Invoke Justice, we actually need to play the Silkins in to play Remorsal and Wonder. And even then still lose to Counterspell or Shackle Guys, but it isn't out, technically. It's nice to have a game in hand against Spirits. Doesn't always matter, but I just feel like this deck is like one of my least favorite decks to be down 0-1 against. Do I lose sooner really anyway? If they go right to me? I'll be at 3. And then I can block this and die? Yeah, they can just ignore Nahiri right now, I think. Looks like they're going to. Nope, they're going to kill Nahiri, okay. So now this is 4, 5, 6. So now if I block this, I take 4 and I'm still alive? Okay. There's hope. I have faith. Well, it's not Invoke Justice, but if it doesn't get countered, I do think it keeps me alive another turn. Okay. I'm gonna see if this matters at all. So if I block this, I'm still taking 4. So any spirit kills me also here. Block this. Yeah, I'm dead. Cool. Cool. Okay. So what will be different there? Just drawing better? Yeah. Let's just do that. Let's just draw better. Not even much better, just a little better. I don't think melee is worth it. I know some people bring this in against spirits, but I don't think it's worth it. I think it's as fine as it is. Maybe I want Sunscourge over this Drumkirk, but I mean, they didn't show me Hearse, right? I'm sure they're on Hearse. Uncountable 4/4 is maybe worth it though? Over the Drumkirk? Yeah, let's do that. Uncountable 4/4 is maybe worth it. Kind of iffy, I don't know. I actually was working on a red-green list, and Gruul Charm is like my new favorite sideboard card against Spirits and Mono Green. Just making like all your shit unblockable for a turn against Mono Green is like amazing. Hushbringer is good too if we can draw into it. Maybe I want a third Hushbringer. I just feel like, I don't know, there's so many of the ETBs now for blood and triggers, so. Maybe the Epicures are better because if I have both of those, I can play those first before the Hushbringer. I'll keep this hand. Portable Hole and Bone Crusher Giant just gets a lot done. Fable's maybe the best card in the format. Gonna open on Plains, I believe. Actually, I'm gonna open a mountain in case I draw because if I draw, what the fuck is it called? The fast land, not Den, the white one. Sky Dragon land, then I'm gonna wanna be able to play it in Bone Crusher. Okay, so it's gonna be probably gonna dump one of these to Fable if we can get a Fable down. This is not a matchup where we throw Bone Crusher at face. We are going to play our Fable. Instant speed resolves, interesting. This just end of turn rattle chains? It is rattle chains, okay. Okay, Obsession, sure. Only one blue mana up, so we should be able to get there with Bone Crusher or Hole. Or End Hole, rather. Hopefully it's a counterspell and not Rattle Chains. I think I had to keep this a Ganjo. I think I'm discarding this and Fable. We're going to swing with the Shaman. Running Volley is pretty nice too, actually. I'm kind of sniffing another Rattle Chains, but Rending Volley would be nice to start with if I didn't think that. If I thought this was like Geistlights in there. I think I start with Hole so I can definitely have the Bone Crusher. And then we'll play Vantage tapped. Could also, sometimes, not right now, but sometimes you could be cute and just Portable Hole the Curious Obsession if you have the Rattle Chains read. We're going to let the trigger happen. And then stomp this. Right now, I want them to Rattle Chains to like get their stuff out, but like it is pretty cool sometimes to like bait them into holding the Rattle Chains and then just target the thing that Rattle Chains was anyway. We do have Rending Volley out. If they carry Succession, I'll definitely Rending Volley on stack. I'll try to force them to have a third Rattle Chains. They're gonna Animate. Interesting. I mean, if that's the play, we're going to probably bring Fable Black and pump this, so I think I'm just going to Rending Volley the Rattle Chains. This hit their land already, right? Yeah. So now we're going to play Ganjo, bring back the Fable, make this a 6/6. Seems pretty good. Seems like a good way to turn this corner quickly. And I think the 2 damage matters when we're at 13 here. And another Invoke Injustice, wow. So Fable, player... This card's so cool. Put all on this Goblin token. A little weak against Petty Theft specifically, but I think it's okay. I think that this is where this card like kind of shines, where like you don't actually need to cheat something insane into play. Like it doesn't need to cheat Aurelia or Ugin into play. If you're just gonna pump up your Bone Crusher Giant or your Goblin Shaman token or something like this is really hard to deal with, and this is the only card we ran in that is dependent on like other things. Like totally reasonable game. It just like demanded unreasonable answers there. And you even get in the situation where like if they bring in Hearse or something, Rest in Peace is different because you can't target, but if they bring in Hearse or like in Scoos we had it, where you target the Exile, you still get your counters. So if you have something like Hushbringer or Aurelia, like it's just like, it's still just so good. I wonder if I should be not going all in on this discard aspect here and just run things like Hushbringer or things that benefit, things that have trample like Stromkirk, or maybe things lifelink and stuff like that. Redain's a great one, is just to have like flying and vigilance while you make it a freaking 6-powered attacker. I don't know, man. It's felt pretty good so far. Really nice 3-0 to start with here. Sideshow SC with the Myrrh. I'll keep this. These Pyres have also been really impressive just as like a flexible card to have. We'll start with Cave here. No companion for our opponent. Okay, Spirits again. Different Spirits list this time. I'm gonna just kill, well, I guess I don't, because if it's, yeah, because they'll still be able to counter it, actually, yeah. I will do this. I was gonna say maybe I don't in case it's the Lord they play next and not Rattle Chains, but if they play the Lord, they're gonna sacrifice it anyway, so I might as well just do it now. Okay, Shacklegeist. I will kill that too, I believe. Do I want to redraw with the Fiery Temper? I guess I'd rather just keep the Fiery Temper. So now if this is like Spell Queller, you can catch Nahiri, but we'll be able to get it back. Looks like Spell Queller. Ooh, that's maybe good. Yeah, I'll play the Epic here. I think being able to discard this or discard the Fire Temper both seems pretty good to me. So we either turn this into removal in a draw or Aurelia in a draw. They're gonna play Nebulous. Why are we playing this again? I think I just have to kill this. Do I have to kill it now though? Maybe. I'm gonna. Well. I think I'm gonna, yeah. A little loose maybe. I need this off the board. Like this Shackle Guy's redundancy. Okay, Raffine's Informant's pretty good. I need to not die to like 3 Cocos here or something, but looks like it's not. Okay, there's the Invoke Justice. So we're gonna start with. I guess I'll swing first. What do I actually want to start with here? So let's say it is Spell Queller. Would I rather have Nahiri stuck into the Spell Queller? I guess it's just better mana wise, right? If it isn't Spell, it is Spell Queller, but if it wasn't Spell Queller, I could still just discard Aurelia. I think this is okay. There is Sacred Foundry there. We're going to start with Raffine's Informant. Okay, we're going to discard this. Play the Epicure. And I'm going to actually play this tap because we're probably going to Invoke Justice next turn. I'm not going to attack into whatever nonsense they're about to play. Probably a Coco. If they do hit Shacklegeist or something, I'm probably going to have to Invoke Justice this, and if it resolves, spread out the counters. It's going to be Rattle Chains. Maybe Skyclave? Okay, no Skyclave. Rattle Chain still opens up so much for them though, so. Okay. So this dodges Spell Queller. Does this list run, the Bant list run any other counter spells main deck? I don't know. I'm just gonna go for it though. I don't really think I have the luxury to wait right now. I do think I have to spread it out though. So I definitely want one here, and then probably just spread it evenly. Maybe I want to make this a 3-3. Because this is actually like a threat. I'll keep the 1-1 back. Is this Coco? Ooh, they bounced it. Okay. I'm only 1 mana off from casting it, luckily. So it's not the end of the world. But Auto Water is pretty good there. And I am swinging for 8, so. I could also maybe cycle this if I don't hit land. Just for Blood Token. Oh, they do have a 1-1 there. Wow. So they swing back for 5 minimum. So the word's going to make that 8. So 2-turn clock maybe. I also have this Cave to maybe go for lethal. If I don't want to cast Aurelia, but. I don't think that's safer really. Kind of interesting, actually. I'm not really sure what the right choice here is. So you're going to swing out. Looks like the race is on. We hit the land. I think we just cast Aurelia, and then if they got me, they got me. Then you like double Spirit here. So I think this is lethal even through like multiple blocks. Yeah, I got there. Wow, Aurelia is just fucking awesome, man. Okay, definitely Hushbringer in again. We're gonna do the same thing we've been doing. Rending Volleys for sure. Bone Crushers for sure. So last time we cut these. I don't think the uncountable 4/4 matters as much. Maybe we'll keep that one in, but then we cut all of these, right? I think we cut this too, so let me get rid of this, even though we haven't drawn it yet. Maybe Epicure is better. We discussed. Let's try Epicures instead of Rafine's Informant. Or some sort of split, 2-2 split maybe? And just not care about the Stromkirk. I want all the Fables, I think. I think everything else is pretty good here. When this list gets tighter, we'll have better plans for things like Spirits, but... yeah, I don't know. It's hard to, like, I kind of feel uncomfortable in these matchups, but, like, we just keep winning right now with them, so... like, maybe it's okay? This is definitely good enough to be a freaking Bruise Day list, though, which is what it's probably going to end up being, so... this has been a fun little test for it so far, but... okay, I'm going to keep this just on the back of this Hushbringer and have in removal. I think this is a pretty good keep. I don't think this is that unreasonable. I think I'm going to actually start with the Inspiring Vantage. And maybe Raining Volley. They're 2-drop, depending on what it is. Kind of tricky. If it's Shacklegeist or Supreme Phantom, we're gonna do it. Okay. So I still think Hushbringer's safe. I don't think there's anything that can catch us with here. Maybe that fake Mana Leak. But this stops Spell Quellers, it stops Skyclave, it stops Rattle Chains. So those are all good reasons. Casting nothing there is very surprising. I wonder what their hand is. I wonder if it's just like 3 Cocos or something disgusting. Okay, Portable Hold. That's definitely a very clean answer to it. And then the Phantom, okay. Interesting stuff. So we can Volley and hold up Pyre, or Pyre and hold up Volley. Or we can Fable here. I think I want to Fable here. And then it kind of lets them set up a little bit, but Fable discards Aurelia and then gets us the treasure tokens, which both seem super relevant. Could also have Volleyed plus Epicure and then discarded Aurelia that way, but not having another land drop in hand makes that a little awkward. This is Coco every day of the week, right? I wonder why they brought the Portable Hold in. I feel like I didn't show them a lot that it would hit, but... okay, Skyclave, gonna snatch this Fable. Not feeling too bad about this. I would have liked to have that that connect, but so we're gonna swing here. So get our token back. I'm gonna attack. I think I'm supposed to Raining Volley this, so I'm gonna. It's a little awkward. I'm actually going to play this Epicure out. I think using the blood token to get rid of this Aurelia is definitely correct, and maybe if I don't hit a land, I can play Fable instead, but this is still a pretty good setup. Now we just gotta weather the Cocos. Gotta get through this Coco Storm. Okay, we did hit land. I think I'm just going to attack into this Coco. Okay, it's not going to be Coco, it's going to be Nebulous, this or another spirit, tap target creature. Okay. So we can tap that, sure. I'll still attack for both of these. I mean, this is a 2-1 if you want to trade, it's fine. I wonder if I'm supposed to just play Nahiri here? I think I'm gonna. I think making this like a something they have to answer is pretty good. And I'll just discard this Aurelia Raw Dog. Totally fine, yeah. Now we actually have like a little bit of inevitability to kind of push them some way, and then taking a whole turn off to play this 2-1 is pretty good for us. So let's can tap some stuff. Every time they do this, though, if they don't have rattle chains, I just get to pick things off. Not saying that's necessarily what we will do, but I'm gonna discard this Sacred Foundry. Fable's here. Okay, so let's start with combat. Maybe we'll hit this treasure token. Otherwise, that might discard the mountain for blood. It is Coco. I might be blocking a bunch of stuff. Shacklegeist is just really annoying. So you tap both of those. Nahiri is almost dead, but not quite. Do I discard the mountain? Could also maybe discard a Fable? It's a little crazy, but I'm gonna do it. Fiend's Informant. It's not what we're looking for, but it's okay. Play this Fable here. Definitely should have done the first in case they're on a Spell Pierce for some weird reason. Okay, opponent's at 13. We have Cave. They have Shacklegeist. We're also threatening like Invoke Justice and Aurelia and all this crazy stuff, so maybe they can't afford to go after Nahiri all the way? Spell Queller seems particularly weak against a lot of our later draws. Okay, that's gonna let Nahiri die. This is 6 right to Nahiri. If they choose to go that route. I wonder if this is also a Coco. Okay, they do go straight for Nahiri. Nahiri down. Definitely going to redraw the Vantage. I think I'm not going to redraw this Fiend's Informant. I think it's kind of relevant. That's definitely kind of relevant. I'll start with combat again. So we have to use this before Rafine, so we want to be able to pay for Mausoleum tax. They're gonna fucking Coco like dickheads. Okay, well the triggers go off first. Second Coco's really, really annoying here. Oh, they hit. I can't even do this beforehand. Jeez. I guess I make them sacrifice 2 if they want to save this. This is disgusting, though. I guess I should have... I mean, no. This is still what I want to kill. So I was going to say, I guess I should have done something before these triggers went off, but... these are still the triggers that I need off. And then if they deal with this die, I'll still Fiend's Informant. Okay, they go for the tap on stack. And these two are both being tapped already? Yeah. I think I would sack 2 to save this if I were them, but it's a little bit close. This just represents so much more damage. Because even if you sacrifice 2, this is 2, 3, 4, 5 damage, while the Mausoleum Wanderers are only like 1 on their own, really. Let it die. What do I need to hit here? Like Fiery Temper, exactly? I just need to draw crazy off the top. Okay, discard that. Call it a day. It's definitely looking like we're going to game 3 after that second Coco. It's not a crazy amount of damage, but having Shacklegeist just completely control combat, and then this Nebel Gas is also just really powerful in this creature matchup. And that, of course, is also great. So what is that? That's 3 times 15 damage now? Any spirit kills me here, including that one. Wow. Just go straight to lethal. Crazy. Crazy like last few turns there. don't feel like they drew super well throughout. It was just like once, like 2 Cocos plus what they hit is just crazy. Okay, anything we need in now? Maybe Stromkirk still is better. Not sure here. There are 3 lands that are not white. Those 22 white sources, I guess that's fine. I'm not going to bring Redcap in still. I don't want Archon. I don't think I need extra Rafine or Voldaren. Although Voldaren, again, felt pretty good. Not good as an attacker, but just as a... to enable Fiery Temper is pretty good. I think we'll run it back the same. Okay, Hushbringer's good. We'll keep on the back of that. Hopefully Fable can get us out of the rest of this awkward draw. Opponent will against the 6. Hopefully they don't just immediately Portable Hole it like last time. I kind of need to hit this land untapped for Fable though, like pretty badly. So we need to untap land one of these next 2 turns. Okay, start right with Mausoleum Wanderer main phase. Okay, we hit our land. We're going to play this here and play the Hushbringer. And then hopefully Fable resolves and we start doing some stuff. A little early we think about what to discard, but I'm not sure if I discard Nahiri with the other Fiery Templar. Okay, Shackle Guys, sure. That doesn't pump this, so this actually stonewalls in the block. I'm going to play the Fable. And then pass back. Still looking to dodge Portable Hole, so this Hushbringer can kind of stall this board out for us a little bit. I might discard the Pyre. Maybe I should also discard Nahiri just in case I don't hit lands and actually like want to hit things I can play, but... Good old all pathway land base. Supreme Phantom, sure. This is annoying because this actually can now do some stuff. If they want to I'm going to target the Phantom. If they want to sacrifice it for the Wanderer, I think I'm totally fine with that. Like, I'll just pay for it, no problem. See what we draw for turn. Hole's amazing. So now I am going to discard this Nahiri to this. Yeah, I think this is really good. Aurelia's not as bad as it seems like it should be here. I think it's a totally fine draw. Okay, they do tap this, so I don't get my land. That will die now, though. This is a 1/1. I'm going to save the hole and play Fable, actually. And now we're looking in pretty good shape, I think. I still kind of need to remove this Shacklegeist. I'm going to keep the Hushbringer back. Well, yeah, I'm going to keep it back. If they attack, I won't block. Just if they have Devil Blue, because then they can do something like Rattle Chains into Supreme Phantom. But if they attack first, or this might just make them not attack, and I don't think the trade of life is worth it. We'll take 2, no problem. Maybe play Portable Hole first and trick them into Spell Quelling or trying to Rattle Chains it. Okay, kind of awkward. I'm going to discard this Sacred Foundry, because if these get to attack, I don't need it. And drawing another land, obviously, can also happen. I'm going to start with the Portable Hole here. I'll target Shacklegeist, and now if they want to tap something, they have to play it right now. Which they do. Okay. What is their... Are they going to tap something here? They do. I'm going to actually just blow this up now. And just try to get ready for this Aurelia next turn. And again here, I will just attack with this token. That's all I need here, and I'll hold Hushbringer back. Gonna kind of feign weakness here before this Aurelia comes out. If we do hit land, I get this little Kiki copy trick, which is pretty good. They hit their mana for Coco, which could be bad. Okay, not the land I want to see. I'm gonna just play my Aurelia. Not going to attack with Hushbringer. I'm doing Coco hoping to tap this with Shacklegeist. Being one Shacklegeist down is pretty good. This doesn't actually do anything here, so I think this is fine. I'm going to attack with just these two, but before the next attack step, I'll copy another Goblin token. Or I can wait, actually, and just start copying these. Maybe I'll do that. They're going to block both. Interesting. So this is just... We'll just wait. We'll just let that happen. Definitely screams that they have another Coco. Why did I not get another attack phase? Did I not attack with Aurelia? Oh man, whoops. That was bad. Definitely should have attacked with Aurelia. Even knowing that they could have double blocked it there, absolutely should have attacked with Aurelia. That was really bad. That was just a silly mistake though. Hopefully it doesn't cost us a game, but we'll see. Okay, Shacklegeist again. Might be okay here though. Any creature lets us Kiki Reflection them. And even Hushbringer being reflected isn't so bad. Fiend's Informant is a perfect example of any creature. Gonna copy it now, actually. Well, I guess these are the same, right? Yeah, I do this, actually. So I have to do that. So now we're gonna attack for 6 here. And get 3 copies, or just 4 here. Then we'll get a bunch of Kiki tokens end step again. We're pressuring them a little bit, but one Coco and they kind of slip out of this a little bit. The Shacklegeist is not ideal for what we want to see here, but I think Hushbringer is kind of holding this down for us, hopefully. Even though it's shutting off our own Rafine's token. That no attack was pretty bad, but what are you gonna do? They could answer this Kiki also, which is like kind of slips them out of it because they already have the answer for Aurelia. Okay, so this doesn't actually do anything, so we're going to hold it in case we draw a discarder, a cycler. Did they just play this land? They did, right? Yeah, they played it and then passed. So they tap Aurelia again. We're not showing lethal yet, but I'm going to attack with these. I'm also going to attack with their Fiend's Informant because I don't think it matters. They go Spell Queller, so I guess they block this Informant here. Doesn't seem so bad. I also, if they have an answer for Hushbringer, I can actually copy it indefinitely with my Kikis, which is kind of funny, but this is still hopefully lethal next turn. Okay, another land. So now basically they just need an insane Coco, which, trust me, has happened before. I've lost 2 insane Cocos in this position in the past. I think this should win the game though. It had to be like Extraction Specialist or like, they had to be Extraction Specialist and Nebel Gas. Alright, cool. This is going for the 4-0 now. Yeah, pretty big fan of this so far. Honestly, it feels. I haven't seen the Ugin yet at all. Like, I don't think I've drawn this a single time this entire set. I've been psyching out after every game one, but still, it's pretty nasty. It'd be cool to get this 5-0 because this is just like a fun list to get posted. But like, I don't know, man. This card is like kind of slept on. It's really only bad if there's a rest in peace in field. Like every other situation, it's pretty fucking good. Because you either have a target that you're going to bring back and it matters, or like you just bring back a land that you looted earlier and just jack up your Rafine's Informer even. Like it doesn't actually matter like what you pump up. Obviously, if you hit Aurelia, like the game just usually ends. But this is like really interesting little build here. I almost don't want to switch to zombies after this. I want to just jam this again, but I kind of want to test that out. I wonder if I'm supposed to bring it back like another, like any kind of vehicle that matters for this. Like Heart of Kieran, just to make it a freaking 8/8 Vigilance Flyer, but I don't know. I think Verdane could definitely fit in the list pretty seamlessly. I think I have a little too much discard enabler for the balance. I think that it could maybe go to a 4 Stromkirk and then cut some number of the cyclers. It's 1/0, last seen on Azorius control. I'm gonna keep this hand. I don't think it's very great against Azorius control that is with the ROM, but and it looks like it is. Definitely wish I were on the play for this one. I'll probably cycle this Aurelia to the Valdarian pretty quickly. Hoping to draw a 2-drop here. Any 2-drop, either 2-drop works for me. I don't. Do I cycle now? I guess I can. So many lands though, do I even want to cycle that? Maybe not. I'll just swing. We'll cycle end of turn. I'm trying to think when it would matter to cycle now. I guess if I specifically hit like a land, like a fast land. Hit the 2-drop that I wanted. But a little bit late. Okay, they missed their land. It's pretty good for us. I don't think I'm going to play around second sensor. I think I'm just going to swing and then play the Fable. I think there's a very reasonable argument to play around second sensor and just play Rafine to get attackers down. I just think Fable's too much upside, and our hand's still not good. Being able to double Rafine next turn seems fine. They have the veto, okay. Letting them use their mana efficiently is not what I was hoping for, but... Okay, they censor for their land drop main phase, and they get it. We're going to play Rafine's Informant to start. I think we're probably going to end up discarding this land. Ooh, maybe not. Well, I guess I'll discard this. I think I just want them to be actual creatures here. I'll probably discard land to this one if I hit again. Yeah, we'll discard let's discard this. Don't want to incentivize them to Fable after we already drew our 3rd basic of the game. To Field of Ruin, I mean, not Fable. If they do Verdict, I'll probably just fire up this Den. Kind of main phase Shark Typhoon. Still looking for lands, okay. And there's the Field of Ruin that I was hoping to not draw the Wrath of. This is pretty annoying to keep flooding out here, but hopefully we can slip out this Aurelia in a reasonable time frame. They'll probably block this 2/1 here. So we'll take 8. And then Aurelia's pretty close to lethal. If they block a 3/2 instead, it means we're definitely seeing Verdict. But they do block there. So is this Wandering Emperor? Is that what I'm supposed to be playing around? And can I even play around it? I think I still just play this though, because this is still the best if it is Emperor. And if it's not, I'm still feeling okay. Absorb would be bad here, I guess, for me. Not that bad though. They'll go to 11 and take 5, go to 6. They're just going to destroy it, sure. So go to 3 here, hopefully. And then we have Fiery Temper. This is also March. No, they're going to cycle and hit nothing, okay. So go to 3 here. So if this is Verdict, they kind of need to answer a lot of stuff right now. I'm going to guess that it's Wandering Emperor. If it is Wandering Emperor, they get to kill this to take 4, 5, 6. So Wandering Emperor, I'm still winning. Wandering Emperor plus March, maybe? This is just a battle of 2 bad hands here. They're going to go straight for field here. Okay, I don't think I have any more basics. Which is unfortunate, yeah. Revealed 3 of them to them, so I think you could probably guess I don't have any there. Portable Hole, okay. So unless, I think I just have them be, I'm not going to show them Temper if I can help it. Yeah, I'm just going to Sekenzin and then call it a day. They don't need to know I'm on Madness nonsense. Awesome. Okay, so definitely don't have something geared for control. I don't think these are great, so we're going to try to cut these if we can. I'm actually going to keep the Ugin in for once. Still going to bring Bone Crusher in. Probably going to bring the Sun Scourge in. And then I guess we'll bring in a Hearse as our last card, even though it's not a good one. Or maybe I can keep Cathartic just to cycle stuff and try to hit our combo. They didn't actually see the Resurrection stuff, so maybe this is okay to bring in like this to have here. I still think Sun Scourge is good just as an uncounterable 4/4. Kind of interesting. I don't think they're going to be on Narset. I'm going to submit and then use the restroom real quickly. Put this on the deck screen real quick. Alright, back in action. Okay, so this hand has the dream setup of Fable discarding these 2. I don't think it's good enough for his control to keep a 4-land hand with nothing in play. I think I had to hit a 2-drop here. I think this is way better. I don't think this is even a good hand, I just think it's better. Gonna get rid of the Foundry. Yeah, this is, I only need 1 dual land really in this deck. Play this. I actually don't mind the Stromkirk. I might actually go like Shock into 4/3 into Rafine pumping Stromkirk here. Okay, Invoke of Justice is pretty interesting. Now Rafine can actually dump something that matters. Or if it gets an encounter, it can still come back pretty big. They have the sensor, so not playing their fiend, not terrible. Okay, tap land. Let's see if they do anything here. They let that resolve, and we have Fiery Temper. So now we have two decisions to make. I think just playing the Giant is still the best call. They do nothing, so they're probably holding up Veto here. Temper is maybe going to be good to snap the neck of a Teferi. I'm going to swing with this Giant first in case they have some Wanderer action. Otherwise, I'm going to just play this Rafine into Stormkirk and walk right into this stupid Supreme Verdict. So they now see the madness part, which I didn't see last game. Memory Deluge, okay. If they don't have Verdict, we're showing a lot of damage, but I'm just going to assume they have it. Looks like they do. Okay. Sometimes you gotta force them to have it, you know? Okay, of course I don't have the Invoke Justice mana, but I am gonna... Well, I can actually wait here, right? Until this end of turn. Let's do that. That sounds pretty fun. If we get a tap land, it's a little bad, worse, but... It is pretty cool to be able to just use this end of turn. Okay, I don't mind Field of Ruin this time because we still have basics in the deck. I'm gonna cycle this. Hit that Madness trigger. Also gotta keep in mind their life total when you have double Fiery Temper, because now you actually just have double Bolt, so if you get him into double Bolt range somehow, it's actually relevant. This resolves. Okay, 3 Tempers now. And a Stromkirk. Alright, interesting hand to have. We'll start with combat. We might end up tempering a Wandering token. Maybe it's going to be a 4/4 Shark. Kind of weird. I don't think we're going to be able to resolve this, unfortunately, but... Okay, I'll float this mana. I don't know if I'm supposed to just throw this at their face. Oof. I guess I'm supposed to keep white so that I can Invoke Justice still if I hit a white land. Definitely feels like Wandering Emperor to me, and it is. Okay, I'm just gonna fire this off here now. Maybe I'm supposed to play a Stromkirk here. It just doesn't seem super great. If they have another Wandering Emperor, firing a Temper on that seems so bad. I don't know, this kind of just seems bad in general, in all honesty, so they do Verdict. Are they gonna make a do or are they gonna plus? They're gonna plus, okay. Now they have Absorb. I'm going to just, I guess during their upkeep I'll do it. So if they have Absorb, I'm gonna hopefully tap them mana a little bit and maybe we can slip through this Invoke Justice. Okay, it does go down. That's interesting. I guess I just play it. I don't think I'm supposed to rush this Invoke Justice here. All the Storm Giants is obviously bad. They could still have Wandering Emperor. I just don't want to walk this into a Censor if I can help it. This looks like a big Shark Typhoon to me. Oh, Memory Deluge Flashback. I didn't realize they had 7 mana like that. Okay. Definitely not a good game so far, but We're gonna need to cheese them out really with this Invoke Justice, which I don't think they've seen yet. Teferi's brutal. Teferi not great for us. They definitely have Absorb or something. I'm gonna, well... Do I even want to show this? Like, this game is probably lost already, right? 7 cards in hand, 5 mana. If I do it post-combat, it's not even that impactful. If they Wandering Emperor this, maybe I can just double Fiery Temper them? Or I can, like, Fiery Temper Teferi twice in their upkeep or something? I already have double white, so I can play this on red. Okay, it is Emperor again. Sure. So now I can 2-for-1 myself to kill Teferi. I can invoke Justice this for Fiend's Informant to pitch a Fiery Temper. But again, are we even trying to win this game is the next question. I'm gonna just resolve this as soon as I can. And this will at least draw me a card. Then we can discard this Temper and get rid of this Emperor. You may make a claim I'm still supposed to hit Teferi and then just use this to finish it off, but each bone, okay. Kumano is the one that deals damage to Planeswalkers also, right? This is a 7/6. I mean, I have a Rotting Register here. It's gonna eat this portal hole, but yeah, maybe I wasn't supposed to show this because now I might deal with Rest in Peace Game 3, but I don't know if I care too much about Rest in Peace, so getting smacked for 7. They're going to still have Absorb mana up. So we fought through 2 Verdicts, 2 Wandering Emperors, and here's the Teferi. Okay. Are they second guessing their attack now? Do they have like Sensor Veto? They're like, maybe I want both. Okay, definitely start with the Epicure. You can absorb that? Wow. Okay. Interesting. I just play this and wait. I think this is game over though. I'll give it one more draw step just in case there's something I'm thinking about. Maybe I can sneak in another Invoke Justice. Oh, actually, you know what? In case I draw Aurelia, I should Fiery Temper that now. Which I just skipped through. I didn't draw Aurelia, so it's fine. Alright, cool. Game 3. I don't know if this how this matchup's going to work for me, but it doesn't seem great so far. I think I just need to set this up, really. I just need a big Aurelia. So I gotta like kind of make them like verdicts on their turn and then untap and win. I don't think I can work towards that goal any more than what I have here. Maybe Sunscorch isn't great in this matchup because I'm not really trying to grind them out at all. Maybe I'd rather just have this. I kind of do want them to spend resources on things though. I think Giant's still fine. Okay, this is just Nahiri goodness. I'll keep this. I think having this 3/2 on the play is relevant. Kind of something I just need to have in the matchup. Opponent Logan's a 6. Opponent Logan's a 5, alright. Start with this tapped. Gonna have to play this on white, which is a little annoying having the double Fire Temper, but that looks like portable whole mana to me. I'm gonna start with this. I'm definitely gonna ditch Nahiri almost no matter what we draw. Unless we draw like Aurelia. Yeah, definitely Nahiri here. Okay, it is portable hole. We do draw another land. I'm gonna probably just Fiery Temper the face here. Try to get this clock going a little bit. Don't mind having more Epicures, honestly, but we're gonna start this burn plan. Can maybe go Epicure and then discard. Depending on what I hit, they're gonna cycle the Censor, okay. Okay, opponent hits their lands. Interesting. I really wish that I hit Nahiri mana here. I actually think I'm gonna Epicure here and discard another Epicure. I think hitting his land's important, and this will give me multiple bodies, which is not a bad thing. I think this is the right discard. Okay, 4 Epicures. Definitely turn this into a mountain if they do go for it, sure. I'm actually going to stomp them now. Try to get this burn plan going. They want a verdict here, I just play the giant. Wandering Emperor's a little awkward here, that's a great draw. I'll play this first. Now if the Emperor can actually temper if they try to go for a block, and if they exile, I'll just discard the temper anyway. It's Shark Typhoon, okay. So this will lead to me discarding this to kill it. It should hopefully force a temper verdict still. They go to 6. We draw Cave Dragon for turn. Cave of the Frost Dragon, which I will not play out because I already played my land. As long as Nahiri would be pretty good. They still have a lot of cards in hand. Okay, tap land. Hole, okay. Hole Nerfian's Informant is kind of bad for me. That's kind of good for me, I think. Do I play around Absorb? They just like have to verdict if I don't absorb, right? If I don't play into it. I guess I'll just hold this way. And if they verdict here, I'll just do it end of turn, otherwise I'll just attack. Gonna kind of see what happens here. Okay, they go to 2, and we do have the burn in hand. Play this and move on, I guess. They're gonna have to address this eventually. I'm gonna go for it now. If they have veto, they have veto, but I think this is like my best chance to win here. Sweet. Look at that 5-0. What a crazy deck to 5-0 with on our first real attempt with it. Just nuts. Just nuts. Definitely gonna have to make a Twitter post before we switch to Zombie League real quick. Terrible job, Tristan. Alright, pull this up a little more. Bam. What a silly little 5-0 there. I still don't think that the control matchup is gonna be good. Look at that. Look at that, everyone. I don't even know what to change about this deck, honestly. We legit never drew the Ugin in all 5 sets, so I don't know if this one-off inclusion is good. You can't tutor for it. Maybe you just want a different creature that Nahiri can pull out that's relevant in some matchups. Never once drew the Ugin. Sideboard definitely needs a little work. I don't know how much you're supposed to dedicate to anti-hate. It's not just portable hole, but I feel like just going to 3 or 4 holes is better, kind of like the Greasefang decks do. This deck feels way better at playing a fair game than the Greasefang decks did, though. Like, I won tons of games without even using Invoke Justice, and Aurelia is just, you could totally cast your 6-drop in your 25-land Fable deck. Like, it's totally reasonable to, I kind of realized this when playing the real mid-range deck, Where it's like, this is like the mid-range deck that I've actually like been playing. I played this in the challenge, took 11th on Saturday. Yeah, GG noobs, that's right. Just a real clean 5-0. But like, so this, I kind of realized like how easy it was to hardcast this a lot of time. And then I was already kind of looking for a shell for Invoke Justice. I'm like, let me just try it in red-white. Like, you have tons of natural loot, tons of ways to discard it. Just a lot of like really efficient stuff. We might be doing this deck tomorrow for the Bruise Day thing. Maybe not. We'll see. I'm actually not going to play the Zombie League right now because in case we want to switch to this one for the other thing. So I'm just going to call quits, make my Twitter post, and get out of here. But just a really solid 5-0 right here. I don't know if you can streamline the game plan at all towards this Aurelia Invoke Justice combo. I think that still want to keep some of the mid-range core. I think I maybe have a little too much of all this with all these 12 plus the 12 Fable. But it's also like, it's just never bad to like give yourself card selection. And usually only blue can do that in this format. And then they use Treasure Cruise to kind of come out on top card advantage wise. But yeah, that's it. So this is a list. Let me just pull a little closer here. I forgot that you guys can't see this part. I think there's definitely something here. I don't know if this is going to be like I'll mess with it more. I don't know if this is going to be like a real force in the format. I don't know if this is going to be like the best thing you could be doing. But, I mean, damn. It sure is fun. Yeah. So we'll call it quits. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Probably streaming Challenge Sunday morning and playing the other one off stream on Saturday night. Maybe I'll bring this. I mean, it was pretty fun. Felt pretty powerful. So, take care, everyone.